yeah, it's hard as a trainer. One thing that's hard, I know, again, it's always the same basics. When I reach for him, I still want him to reach for me. But sometimes as a teacher and as a trainer, boss, some of you can relate to this, you have to put some pressure on your people. And again, the go-to is to be able to give back, and to be able to give peace, to be proud of that. But there's boundaries and there's barriers and things they got to learn. And one of the hard things that you go as you get towards the end is not to try to cram everything in that you know that the horse is capable of 2 days before he goes home. A lot of you have asked about groundwork and when's enough. There's plenty of days we don't do groundwork on him. The last few days have been windy and we just rode out and went on some trail rides and things like that. And we still work on it a little bit here and there. But there's always a little bit of groundwork. I want to make sure there's no burrs under the saddle, nothing bothering him before I go. A few minutes to check out. Maybe it's going into the gate here. The arena's a nice place. The tripod's set up here so we get to film here and you guys get to see more. But yeah, it's not like the groundwork's ever done either, just because you don't need to do it. You can always work on softening and always work on them getting better. But at this point, just kind of riding. But most of my ride is that. It's just the trick is to not try to get too much accomplished in just the last few days. So anyways, we're going to do a little groundwork here. My flag is over there. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a straight line exercise as we go there. Again, when I go to go, he's not kind of listening to that feel. So if I have to ask him to go here a few times, that's fine. I want to be just aware. Now the hind, now the front. And I kind of want to work on the front a little more here. So it's hind 180, then front 180. Good. And that's really nice there. He didn't kind of walk off. We've been working really hard at that. So even though I want to get over there, when he finds a place for a release and he really rocks back like that, I want to take that opportunity to reward him. Run right here. We have plenty of time today. The fact that he faced up there, I'm aware of that. I'm not crazy about it. I'd like to have him stay where I put him. But again, now it's an opportunity to ask him to go again. I'm a little in front of the shoulder. Now the behind his butt's where I want his head. And he's a little forward on that side. There's the hind. There's the front. I'm going to release again, but he's finding that pretty good, so I'm not going to wait as long. Now if I find as I'm working over here, hind 180, front 180, he's a little more forward, see, on this left side. So I can work at it again here a little bit. Rock back, bring the front. Rock back, bring the front. Teach him to rock back there a little more. And I want him to learn to stay back there a little more. There, he got just a little lighter. Yield, yield, that's hindquarters. There's your front, now rock back. Now your front, good. Almost rocked back on his own. He's thinking left now. I'm going to try to direct him. No forward, so that's the hind, release, front quarters. We'll try again. I want him to learn from that mistake. There's the hind falling out again. I want him to kind of think when I pull on this left rein to go left, not blend his hind to the right. Rock back, front quarters. There, front quarters, he says. Yeah, there you go. Attaboy. Good. Rock back. Not your hind, rock back. And front. Good. Now we'll work our way back to the flag. He kind of crowded me there, so I'll crowd him. There's the hind. There's the front. Forward. Now if he starts leaving other side, that side was a little better than it has been. But if I always leave forward here, pretty soon he's going to be like, oh, I'm supposed to walk off there. So I want to make sure, since I worked so hard to get him to rock back on that right side, that we don't lose that, and I add some rocking back after the front quarters. Hind quarters, rock back, front quarters. Good, he didn't walk off, he found a release. And we'll grab our flag. Now, again, this side's been a little worse. So now I got a little longer reach there. If he goes to push forward, this flag can be there to block it. But again, always don't want him to get afraid there of the flag. If you do too much driving him all the time with the flag, he's going to get scared of it. So again, I'm always working on this separation. Ooh, he's got a big patch of hair under there, and he says that kind of bothered me. So now we just direct the energy that we have, and I'm going to kind of rub down there. Good. Not too bothered on this side. Check him out on this side. This is where he got a little bothered. There's a big patch of hair in there. I'll kind of itch off of there if I can. It kind of already fell off. It's going to stick on my back. Good. We'll ask him to go. Hind. Front. I'm going to rub him down there again since we saw trouble. Now we're going to ask him to walk. And I'll rub him down there while I keep going. Good. Keep going. Make sure he's not afraid of it. Good. And I don't want to go. I'm not trying to desensitize him to where he just lets you molest him with the flag. And the same thing goes for life, right? Like your husbands, your wives, you don't want to nag at them. You don't want to nag at your friends. You don't want to nag at your employees. You don't want to nag at your partners. Once they're good about it, get the job done, leave it alone. Nice and soft. Not too worried. Not like a rocket ship, but again, slow and smooth first. Gradually, as we have more proper movements, good. Then we can start working on a little more. Again, he's close to going home, but for reference, we could start working on a little more speed, little by little. It's not like we haven't worked on any speed with him forward. But at this point, we're just kind of keep fixing, like resharpening a knife. You know, it's like a joke on there, it's an outline. The knife is like a good woman. You must stroke her every night. And it's good to have, you know, we pet our horses a lot. And we look for that. We praise horses, dogs, cats. And we praise people enough. And I know I had to work on that. I kind of grew up from the cowboy mentalities, and if they were bitching, you knew they liked you. My dad, when he was around, he would belittle you, maybe make you mad, and then when he made you mad, to apologize, he made fun of you, and it never was really rewarding. But he tried to reward, and I mean, he'd tell you how much Buck Brannaman did for my life to help really kind of raise me and point me out things, and I'll always be grateful for that, for the chance to go on the road when I graduated high school, on and off for 9 months when Greg Elio was working for him, and then to eventually get a chance to work for him. Was a great thing. Probably the hardest job I ever left. And yeah, I wish I could have still been there, but I had so much in my hand I needed more, or in my head I needed more. In my hands I needed more horses to ride, so I spent a long time the end of the day, it's just about this for me and all that that's given me. So I hope you enjoyed the groundwork. I'll pause it here. I'll do another video on the riding. Enjoy the journey. Have a good.
Say adios, Chief.